Welcome to AP Biology. Today I want to talk about meiosis. Meiosis is a type of cell division that produces gametes. And so before we get into meiosis, I want to talk a little bit about sexual reproduction, what are the benefits of it, and then I want to go over vocab in this unit. So the benefits of sexual reproduction are that you get babies or offspring with variations, with differences between one and the other. So it produces variation among offspring. And you can see that in these really cute hyena babies. One is lighter colored, one is darker colored. They look a little bit different from each other. And what you can see is the coat color, but lots of other things might be different between them. Maybe one of them has a little bit better of an immune system to fight viruses. Maybe the other one has stronger claws. I don't know. So there can be all kinds of things that you can't see, like maybe some metabolic pathways are slightly different between the two. So the two of them have different combinations of genes. They have some variation, and that's really important when the environment changes. If you have an organism and it does asexual reproduction and its babies are all the same, well, that's fine if the environment's the same. The parent was doing great and the offspring are all exactly the same and they're all going to do great. The problem is the environment is kind of always changing. So even if the weather's not changing, even if the temperature's not changing, competitors, predators, prey, they're always getting a little bit better, right? Natural selection is choosing the best competitors, the best predators, the prey that can elude you the best. So the environment really is kind of always changing. So sexual reproduction has some great advantages. Yeah, you have to find a partner. It takes more energy. It's more dangerous, right? Because you have to go out and find someone. But it's got a lot of advantages. So just some definitions. Genetic variation comes originally from mutation. So a mutation is a change in the DNA of an organism. And this is what causes variation in every population, whether it's a sexual population or an asexually reproducing population. So there are differences between organisms in asexual populations, and that comes from mutation. That's the ultimate source for every variation for every type of population. But sexual populations really reshuffle all of those mutations, all of those different genes. And so you get different combinations. So the difference between you and your sibling is really probably not a whole bunch of different mutations. Our mutation rate just isn't that high. The reason that you don't look exactly like your sibling, unless you're identical twins, and even then, you're not going to look exactly alike. But for most of us, the reason that you don't look exactly or even a whole lot like your sibling is because you have this reshuffling. You didn't inherit the same exact genes from your parents. You only got half of each of their DNA, right? And your sibling got a different mix of their genes. So you create this reshuffling both by these things, independent assortment and crossing over. We'll talk about what those two mean as we go through the notes. And then also just that you have half of mom's DNA and half of dad's DNA. So that in and of itself gives you different, a brand new set, right?